right in the heart of Isfahan, Iran, there's this place, this urban space so ambitious, it totally changed the game for what a city center could even be. We're not just talking about a big open square. Nope. This was designed to be a stage for an entire empire.
And here it is, Naqsh-e Jahan Square. The name itself means image of the world. And when you see it, you get why. This place is huge, over 500 meters long. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but it wasn't built just to be some grand, impressive plaza. The vision was so much bigger. It was designed to be the absolute center of the Safavid Empire's universe.
See, this was way more than just an open space. It was like a perfectly designed machine for living. It brought together politics, business, faith, and just everyday public life. So you have to ask, what was its real purpose? I mean, how did it actually work? How did it pull an entire empire together right here in this one spot?
Okay, so our story really gets going with this one guy, one of history's great visionaries, Shah Abbas the First. He had this massive ambition to build a new capital that would absolutely dazzle the world. And to do that, well, he needed an extraordinary centerpiece. So, back in 1598, Shah Abbas makes the big move. He shifts the capital to Isfahan. And that decision kicks off one of the most ambitious building projects of the entire 17th century. For the next, 30 years or so, all the key pieces start coming together, one by one, until you get the magnificent complex that's still standing today. And the idea behind it? It was truly revolutionary for its time. Instead of spreading things out, the plan was to weave all the key parts of society together. So think about this. On each of the four sides of the square, Shah Abbas put a massive, monumental building, and each one represented one of the four pillars of his empire. You had power, commerce, faith, and then all the public life that happened in the space right in the middle. All right, let's take a little tour, shall we? We'll start on the western side of the square. This is where you find the seat of imperial power, the Ali Qapu Palace. And let me tell you, this was so much more than just a residence. It was a statement. You know, the name itself, Ali Qapu, kind of gives away its main job. It means Grand Gate. And it was literally that, this magnificent doorway between the very public square and the Shah's private world of palaces and gardens. Every single visitor, every foreign ambassador had to pass through this gate. It was this powerful symbol of access to the throne itself. I mean, this building was a serious multitasker. This is where the Shah would meet foreign ambassadors. It's where he celebrated Nowruz, the New Year, and from way up on its 48-meter-high terrace, he had the best seat in the house to watch polo matches and military parades down below. Oh, and get this, it even had a music hall on the top floor, with these incredible little niches carved right into the walls, all designed for perfect acoustics. How cool is that? And the art inside Ali Qapu, it told a story of just how connected this place was. You had wall paintings with clear European influences right next to art with Chinese designs. This tells you right away this was not some isolated kingdom. It was a buzzing, cosmopolitan hub, a critical link for trade, for goods, and for ideas, connecting east and west. Okay, so now let's head over to the north side of the square. This is where we find the economic engine of the whole empire, the entrance to the absolutely incredible Grand Bazaar. The main street of this bazaar is this vaulted, covered walkway that stretches for 2 kilometers. That's one of the longest covered markets in the entire world. Can you just imagine walking that whole distance, completely under one roof, surrounded by all the sights and sounds and smells of global trade? It was just the sprawling commercial district, really a city within a city. So you'd walk in through this grand entrance, the Khazari gates, and boom, you're inside this whole other world. And this place wasn't just for shopping. Not by a long shot. The bazaar complex had everything. Inns for merchants traveling through, workshops for artisans, the official royal mint, even public services like hospitals. It was truly the lifeblood of Isfahan. Now, when we get to the pillar of faith, this is where the design gets really, really interesting. Because instead of building just one huge grand mosque, Shah Abbas built 2, and they were completely different. Each one had its own special purpose. So on the south side, you have the Shah Mosque. It's massive, majestic, totally public. It was built to awe the citizens. But then on the east side, you have the Sheikh Lotfollah Mosque. It's smaller, way more refined, and it was built exclusively for the Shah and the royal family. It's this perfect contrast, right? A huge public spectacle versus a small private jewel. Just look at the Sheikh Lotfollah Mosque. You can immediately see what makes it so different. First off, no minarets. Why? Well, it wasn't for the public call to prayer. And its dome, it has this beautiful, warm cream color, which is so different from the bright blue tilework you usually see from that time. It's just a masterpiece of quiet, elegant design. And then you have the public Shah Mosque, which was all about scale and making a statement. Its iconic double-shell dome just soars into the sky, 53 meters high. It completely dominated the city's skyline. It was a very clear, very powerful symbol of the state religion. But here's the really clever part, a real stroke of genius. The location and the design of that massive Shah Mosque, it wasn't just about religion or making things look good. It was brilliant urban planning. It was built specifically to reroute the city's main traffic flow, to funnel thousands of people directly into the square, right past all the new shops, and straight toward the Grand Bazaar. So faith, quite literally, was driving commerce. So we've got the pillars of power, commerce, and faith all in place. But what about the square itself, that massive open space? Well, it was never left empty. Not at all. It was the vibrant, dynamic stage where the life of an empire played out. You know, there was this Italian traveler back in the 17th century, Pietro della Valle, and he was just completely captivated. He called it the most beautiful view of the universe, and he pointed out there was no better position for running or horseback riding. He totally got it. He was seeing the square for exactly what it was designed to be. And he was right, because this square was always being used. It was a field for thrilling games of polo, or chogan as it's known there. It was a parade ground for the military. It turned into a fairground for festivals and pop-up markets. It was a theater for public shows. And for regular folks, it was simply the best place in the entire city to go for a walk, meet up with friends, and do some shopping. And speaking of polo, Naqsh-e Jahan is actually considered the world's oldest polo ground. It's incredible. If you go there today, you can still see the original stone goalposts at both ends of the square. They're just these silent witnesses to centuries of thundering hooves. So when you put it all together, Naqsh-e Jahan was so much more than just a collection of pretty buildings. It was this complete, integrated system, a whole universe in miniature, where every single part of society had its own place, all of it designed to work together in perfect harmony. And really, that leaves us with a big question, doesn't it? When you think about our modern world with all its separate districts for business, for government, for living, what public space today does this? What place so successfully brings together government, commerce, faith, and society all in one spot? I think the true legacy of Naqsh-e Jahan isn't just its stunning beauty, but the power of that central idea, an idea that honestly still challenges us today.